All right, now that we have the vertical misalignment taken care of, now essentially what we need to do is we need to get these shafts at the same height, okay? Why are we talking about this now? Well, the reason is because it's much easier to get the side-to-side alignment because we have some things to move out here, but we really need to focus on, now that the vertical alignment is taken care of, to actually get these shafts at the same height. So this is a great time to do that, and let me show you how. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to reconfigure where this is touching, and we're going to touch here. So now we'll have a relationship between where the shaft is spinning on center and then where this shaft is in relationship to it. So let's see what that looks like. We're going to start by pulling the indicator off and gently sliding it out of the way, and then we can actually start to move this particular item here and set it up in a situation that is conducive for the indicator to be touching essentially like this on top of this flange here. So it takes a little bit of finagling, meaning that you're going to have to do a little trial and error in order to get exactly where you need to be and also be able to read the dial. So I'm going to play with that right now. I want to be reasonably gentle with my setup here. I don't want to beat up my indicator too bad. Using the same little rule, so if I'm offsetting this clamp to this side, I'm going to offset this clamp to this side to try to keep this here and this here in line as much as possible. So it looks like I'm already there. I was very close to begin with, and it looks like I have some range there. So you can't see the dial, but it's going to be the same thing as what you've already seen. So we're going to do a very similar deal. I'm going to use my same mark that I used before. And I'm also going to take my dial and spin it around so the dial and needle line up to 0. At this point, it's the same exact procedure, but instead of touching on this face, now we're touching on the top, okay? So right here at a vertical orientation, I'm going to rotate this around, and I'm already noticing as I'm rotating, I'm going to take note as to what side the needle is falling on. In this particular case, it's actually on the plus side. That's important to know and to think about. So I'm going to rotate this all the way around, and it looks like something came loose on me, so that's good to pay attention to. Yes, something came loose on me. It looks like the indicator came loose, so I'm going to make sure that I tighten that up. Okay, and it seems like it's tight now, so I'm going to follow the same procedure, make sure that my mark lines up at vertical, and I'm going to rotate my face down to 0, no problem. So I'm zeroed here, and now I'm going to repeat this again, and again I'm on the positive side, and I'm going just past 50, so I'm actually at about 55-ish from where I can see here. But it's very important for me to, one, make sure that this is all the way down, so it's exact opposite of this. So I went vertical, perfect in top dead center. Now I'm going perfect bottom dead center, and I also want to make sure that my indicator is touching on the appropriate part of the ring, or the flange in this case. And now I've lined that up using my mirror here, and I can go around and read my dial, and it looks like 51. So 51 thousandths, okay? So what does all that mean? Well, this is very simple, all right? This means that if I pull this, it's going positive, so that means that it's pushing down. So up here and down here, down is further down than it is up here. So it's 51 thousandths. Okay, so how do I correct that? Well, that's actually very simple and a little bit more simple than the other. If I have 51 to 52 thousandths here, essentially what I need to do is bring this up half of that, because then this will move up, let's say it's 50 thousandths. This will move up 25, and this will move up 25. Okay, giving you a total of 50 thousandths. So what I'm shooting for is 52 thousandths in this particular case, so that means I have to move exactly half of that. Do the math, it's 26 thousandths. So what do? We come over here, and we open up our shim pack and see what we have, and it looks like we do have 20 thousandths, we have 25 thousandths, okay, and we also have 1,000. So what I'm going to select very simply is 4 1,000 shims. Okay, why 4? Because all 4 bolt sections here, here, and then likewise on the other side have to come up. So it's not like we did the vertical alignment where you're only pitching it. We're actually now taking it in a straight line, bringing it straight up. So I'm going to need 4 of everything in order to be able to put underneath of those bolts. So fortunately I have 4 of those. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And it's always a good practice, even if you're pulling something out of a box, to go ahead and look at these, and you can see that that's 25, 25, 25, 25. Make sure that they're all the same. And from here, it's pretty simple. We're gonna do the same procedure as we did before, but instead of, again, just doing these front feet, we're gonna actually add these shims underneath of all of those, and then we're gonna go ahead and run the same test again to make sure that we're very close to 0 or within 2 thousandths.